या कुछ कर दे।
जैसे यूट्यूब पे तुझे दिख जाए ना पीपीटी दिखना स्टार्ट हो जाए बता तुझे।
अबे और कोई हर्ष या कोई वो बोल दे कि चैट बॉक्स पे लिख देगा विल बी स्टार्टिंग शॉर्टली करके।
Check one.
Started.
Yep, started guys.
Okay, Angad.
A very good afternoon to everyone. We are team Defianz-DTUSDC Racing. We'll start with our orientation soon. First, we'll give you a video of which tells us what we do and where the competitions we go at. So enjoy the video, and post which we will have the orientation.
I'm focused. I've been watching for the omens. I've been listening to everything you said. It's been running through my head, locked and loaded. I got the feeling that you know it. Yeah, I've only just begun. I won't stop until it's done, till you're broken. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the light. Feel it burning through your veins. So welcome to the flames, getting higher. So welcome to the fire. Welcome to the fire. Feel it burning through your veins. So welcome to the flames, getting higher. So welcome to the fire.
We hope you all like that video and it has gotten you pumped up for the orientation. Now we'll move on to the slides. So this is what we'll cover in today's orientation. We'll be elaborating on all these points, and each speaker will be elaborating on a certain point. We will tell you who we are as a team. So Team Defiance Racing, it was founded in 2003 and it is one of India's and Asia's oldest Formula Student teams. We have built over 13 reliable and advanced race steady cars from ground up and participated in international and national Formula Student events since 2003, including Formula Student UK, Formula Student Czech Republic, and Formula Bharat. Formula Student is a competition which develops enterprising and innovative young engineers. The other team that we have collaborated with is GTU self-driving car. They were founded in 2017 by a group of undergrad students with a clear mindset of creating an environment for research and applying state-of-the-art technology in the fields of autonomous vehicles, which are meant to operate in real-world conditions. They have been focusing on cutting-edge technology in the field of automation, specializing in the field of self-driving cars, participating in international ground vehicle competitions in 2017, which happens in Michigan. The autonomous vehicle is a multidisciplinary, theory-based, hands-on, and team-implemented project, and it's based on productization. So, what is the competition that we target? Formula Student is the most established engineering competition started by the giants of the software, automotive, and electrical industries. Around 100 teams from all over the world participate in this competition after clearing the preliminary test. The whole competition is divided into a structure of designing the whole race car according to predefined set of rules and then manufacturing the whole car, doing the hands-on actual engineering work. The race car must show very good driving characteristics such as acceleration, braking, handling, as well as the project being economical as possible. So the competition is all about making the car and also driving it on the track in the competition and competing with teams from all across the world. Apart from the car itself, we also have events like business plan and cost analysis, which add to an entire package of the project and this makes the project very multidisciplinary in nature. So it's not just the car we're working on, it's an entire industry that we are targeting. So what is our roadmap? We plan to take on Formula Student Germany in 2022. With the advent of electric vehicles in the current Indian automotive scenario, we have seen that the combustion vehicles are slowly getting phased out and electric vehicles are slowly becoming the norm. So and Formula Student Germany has incorporated driverless class in both combustion and electric vehicle categories, and that's what we are planning at, to hit the sweet spot to go to Formula Student Germany and participate as a driverless team in the electric vehicle category in 2022. So that is what you guys will be working on if you join us. So what are our achievements in the past years? So Team Defianz Racing has gotten the second overall position in Formula Student United Kingdom, which is held at the Silverstone circuit in 2016. We stood second at Formula Bharat, which is held at Kari Motorsports in Pondicherry. We also secured the 14th position in Formula Bharat 2019, and in Czech Republic we scored the we were the 25th overall position. For DTU self-driving car, in IGBC held in Michigan 2018, they were the 7th position, and in IGBC 2019 they were the 5th position. So what is the target now? As you guys might be aware that these are two separate entities that we're talking about, but these are two separate entities a few months ago. Now we have merged into one team, and this team will be targeting Formula Student Germany in 2022. Like you mentioned, we will be working on an electric car which will be made driverless by implementing an autonomous stack on the existing vehicle. We have seen that due to a rise in the electric vehicle technology, we feel that the time was ripe for us to move from the combustion vehicle category and shift our aim to an EV class. And we aim to become India's first team with a working driverless vehicle. I repeat, India's first team with a working driverless vehicle, and that is what we'll achieve through this project. And for that, we need your help. We now move on to the technical departments, and for the departments, we have the mechanical department, which has the powertrain, vehicle dynamics, chassis, and aerodynamics. For electronics, we have the tractor system, the high voltage system, and the low voltage system. For the software departments, we have the software architecture, perception, and control systems. And finally, for the corporate department, we have administration and public relations. So these are departments that we'll be elaborating on, and you guys will be asked to choose the departments of your preference once the recruitment tests roll out. So first, we'll have the mechanical departments, and I'll hand over the mic to Akshat to tell you about the powertrain department.
Okay, thanks, Angad. So I'm Akshat, the head of powertrain department. So in a very broad sense, powertrain refers to a system consisting of an energy storage, a device which converts the available energy into a desired form, and a mechanism for the transmission of this power to the wheels. So for our electric powertrain, the energy storage comes from the battery cells, which are stacked together in a specific manner to generate a high voltage electric system, which is protected by a battery management system. And the conversion of electrical energy from this battery pack to kinetic energy at wheels is done through a series of devices, including the motor, its controller, and a series of chains and gears, as you can see in the picture on the left. So, and apart from this, there's also a serious thermal management of various components involved, as can be seen in the bottom right picture. There are multiple aspects in the powertrain which needs to be covered. Hope to see you join this department. I'll hand over the mic now to Ayush, who will be talking about vehicle dynamics.
All right. Thank you, Akshat. So, hello everyone. My name is Ayush, and I'm the current team captain and the head of the vehicle dynamics department. Now, I would have liked to interact with you all personally, but I guess we'll have to work with whatever we've got. So, as the name suggests, vehicle dynamics is the study of the various kinds of forces that act on the vehicle and how the corresponding ride and handling behavior of the vehicle is affected by the same. There are four broad domains or subsystems that this department works on. These include the vehicle suspension, steering, tires, and brakes. The nature of the work is both theoretical and empirical. You'll need to have a good grasp of the first principles of physics, mathematics, and geometry, since we're looking to build robust mathematical models of all these subsystems. You guys would also be doing a lot of designing on SolidWorks, FEA on ANSYS, and mathematical modeling on MATLAB if you join this department. Again, the nature of work is very interdisciplinary. We work closely not only with all the other mechanical departments but also with the electronics and software departments for data acquisition to validate and tune our setup, as well as for processing tire data and other things. So yes, the work in this department is not the easiest and not the most straightforward, but it is going to be very rewarding. Any of you familiar with Formula One would know the kind of impact on lap times brought about minor changes in the vehicle setup. So yes, we are responsible for extracting the maximum performance out of the vehicle, and that's it from my side. So looking forward to working with you guys soon. And over to you, Ankur.
Yeah, hi guys, I am Ankur and I currently lead the chassis and aerodynamics departments. Coming to the aero departments, the name itself suggests a brief idea of, you all can know what basically we do. So you might have seen the, rear wing spoilers in some of the cars, Mustang or whatever. And if you are into Formula One cars, so you might have seen the front wing, rear wing, drag, slipstream, and whatnot. So basically, what we do is we try to reduce the resistance force to the car, and make it go as fast as it can. So the maximum downforce allows the car to stick to the road and not flip, topple over, or whatever. So that is, we design the rear wing, front wing, the nose, and the side pods. So in order to reduce the resistive force from the air. And now coming to the chassis department, our the competition tells us to the rule that tells us to change the chassis every second year, every next year. So accordingly, we change the chassis design. We take the reading from a driver, and we make the chassis according to that, and we test it on simulation software as well as practical tests. And then chassis is you all might have this idea that without chassis the car won't be there. Chassis is the skeleton of the car. So yeah, if you work this in this department, you'll be basically be handling all the, you'll have to focus on all the aspects of chassis. Even smallest node is very important to define the whole performance of the car. Now over to the next department, that is electronics.
Hello everyone, Ria Gupta this side. I am currently leading the electronic department. So the dedicated slide is to explain the basic wiring diagrams of the high voltage and the low voltage components. The high voltage components includes the accumulator container, which is the first of all primary source of energy for running the motors. Uh, the work in the electronic department includes making the circuit designs, PCB boards, and the wiring harness. We also do the energy calculations. So our work is also related to all other departments as well. So looking forward to work with you guys in future. So handing over to Krishnal for the software department. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, this is Krishnal. I currently work in software department of the team, precisely in software architecture part. So software architecture is the brains of the car and is responsible for simulations and implementing the navigation stack using SLAM algorithms like G mapping, RTAB map, EFK SLAM, etc. The whole software architecture depends on ROS or Robot Operating System, which is a set of tools and libraries. The main tool used for simulation is Gazebo along with RViz, which helps in visualizing the simulation, which you can see on the right side. Software architecture implements navigation stack, which includes localization, mapping, and path planning. Another task in software architecture is to integrate data from various sensors to process it further to localize and map the car. This part of department has its peak work at the testing phase, which is held prior to the competitions. Handing over to Tanmay for perception part.
Hello everyone, I am Tanmay. I will be talking about perception. So basically, perception is the most interesting field in the process of making autonomous bots. All the buzzwords that we hear, like artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, etc., are exploited in the process of robot perception. Perception deals with giving computer the ability to perceive, comprehend, and reason about the surrounding environment. As we all know that robotics is all about sensing, then planning, and then acting. So without the sensing stage, our robot will not be able to get any information about the surroundings, so it will remain stationary as a mechanical box. So we have various sensors which our robot uses to sense the environment, like lidars, cameras, GPS, IMU, etc. So I will be talking about sensors one after the other. For example, let me first talk about lidar. So lidar stands for light detection and ranging. So basically, its principle is same as that of sonar and radar. It sends laser rays and which bounces off the obstacle, due to which the time of flight is calculated and the distance to the obstacle is known. So lidar helps in the process of obstacle detection in our environment. The second sensor I would be talking about is cameras. Cameras have extremely high resolution as compared to lidars. So they provide and also they provide us with color information like RGB, red, green, and blue color channels of our surrounding environment. There are basically two types of cameras: monocular and stereo cameras. Mono cameras only provide us with RGB, whereas stereo provides us with RGB as well as depth information. The third sensor I would be talking is about GPS. GPS stands for Global Positioning System, which gives us the coordinate of a bot in the world, and it helps in localization. The fourth sensor is IMU, which is Inertial Measurement Unit. So it provides us with the acceleration of a car and also gives us the orientation of a car in the world. And it is basically a combination of various sensors like accelerometers, magnetometers, etc. So we employ a large number of state-of-the-art algorithms in perception, like YOLO, which is an object detection algorithm for detecting the cones, as we can see on the image. This output is produced after the detection by the YOLO algorithm. And for LiDARs, we have ground removal, noise removal, and clustering algorithms so as to process the data. And after processing the data, which we receive from the sensors, we fuse the data together and hand it over to the software architecture, which performs the navigation on the data. Now I will hand over to Krishnal for control systems.
Hi again. So control systems, as the name suggests, it controls the output of any system. In our case, it's the output behaviors of autonomous cars. For example, speed control, lateral shift, steering control. Now, how do we do that? We take inputs from software architecture. These inputs provide the state estimation of the vehicle, that is, where it is located in real time. Then, according to the sensor data, a set of point is set up for all the output behavior, and accordingly, the controller is set up to monitor and perform the necessities to achieve the desired set point smoothly. Now, there are generally two types of controllers: open loop and closed loop. The main difference is that one is dependent on the output variable and other is not. So closed loop is one which is dependent on the output variable, also known as the feedback control system. The other one is just a simple control system, more like a switch, like when the set point is reached. The controller stops or focuses on a new set point. Handing over to corporate department.
Thank you, Krishnal. Now, last but not the least, the most important department of the team, the corporate department. This is where the money comes from. Hello, everyone. Myself, Rupangi Singh, and I currently work for the corporate department. In this slide, I'll tell you that what is the main importance of corporate is and the main work. So the main work of corporate is to manage the existing relations and bringing in the new ones. But that's not all. This is the only source of funding we do for the project and for the FS driverless car we are aiming for. This is where you can test and enhance your life skills and communication skills, and you get the maximum exposure of the corporate world from here. You also will get to know how to manage a team of 40 plus students and manage nearly all type of work. Time management, finance management, and even the workshop management is what you get to learn from this department. From making of the brochure to presenting the team in front of the sponsors, all the work is done by us. I can say, and my team members will believe it too, that the tech team without corporate are something, but with them, they are everything. These were our current sponsors. We also have our alumni sessions in which knowledge transfer from the alumni, and we believe that they leave indelible footprints on our minds, and that is why we have these sessions. Guidance from them regarding our career and job prospectus also help us in the future. So this slide represents what's specially in there for you if you join us. First, a practical engineering experience in the early stages of your engineering years. Instead of marking up the formulas, here we do hands-on work on all variety of components. The opportunity to compete and represent India and our college in prestigious competitions at the national level as well as the international level. Alumni sessions, as you saw, knowledge transfer and future career paths and planning sessions with the distinguished alumni is a great boon for you. Personality development helps you in problem solving skills and ability to work in high stress situations, both of which are very crucial for the success. I will now like to hand over the mic to Ankur.
Yeah, so as you all know, these will be the department that you all will be working on. And as for the recruitment test, it will be held in total of 3 levels. The first level will be a general aptitude test, which will be held on 24th December 6 p.m. through Google Forms. It'll just be a 30 to 40 minutes test based on physics aptitude or general aptitude, and then the selected candidates will move to the second round, that is HR round. It will be face-to-face Google Meet interview session, which we will like to use to get to know you, what kind of person you are, what kind of work you are interested in, and your departments. And after that, the candidates who are cleared through a second round, we'll have a technical round. We'll give you a set of books and study materials to study, and we'll give you around 1 week of time. And this in those set period of time, we'll have to go through those material and prepare. And yeah, this will be the pattern, and hope you all perform well. So kindly note, 24th December, 6 p.m. Google Form, first recruitment test. That'll be all from our side. Thank you for joining us, and the session is now open for Q&A session. If you have any doubts, put it up in the chat box. We'll address one by one. Yes, so someone was asking about the softwares that we use. So our main software that we use is Siemens, ANSYS, SolidWorks, MATLAB, and just like that. Okay, if anyone has any questions, feel free to put it up in the chat box.
Okay, there's one about the size of the team. So currently we're about 35 people, and that's what the usual band of the number of members of the team is, around 30 to 40 people. And another question is about, can complete beginners join? So of course we do not really expect first years to have working knowledge of the departments that we work on and the things we design. So yes, complete beginners can join, but you should definitely have the capability to keep up with the things that we are teaching you or the materials that we are giving you to study, so that soon you can actually begin to contribute properly to the team.
Right, and now someone's asking about corporate department, if there's tests involved in the corporate departments too. So yeah, the first round of test is an aptitude based test, and it is common for everyone, technical or non-technical. and interview rounds onwards, you will be not given a separate technical study material to study from, but you will be given certain corporate related tasks which you will be expected to complete and which shall be reviewed in an interview. So yeah, the pattern's a bit different, but it's there.
Okay, Samarth asks, how can we contribute during the lockdown? So, of course, lockdown saw the team moving towards an online mode of work, which we were not used to before this. Usually, we all used to assemble at a workshop, which is located in the wind tunnel complex, and we used to spend long hours there working on both the design aspects and the proper physical aspects of the vehicle. But since lockdown, we've shifted. So yeah, we've shifted to an online mode. We have regular meets every week, and we have focused our energy more upon the design, research, and analysis and documentation based on work that we're doing currently. And we're in the process of planning a whole manufacturing phase as well, as to how we can still manage to uh, run through the markets, buy the components, and start assembling a vehicle for the future competitions. So the workshop is still open to us. We do have access, but of course, going regularly is not an option. So we visit it whenever it is necessary.
Also, building up on the lockdown aspect, in July this year, we participated in the Formula Student Electric Vehicle Concept Challenge by Formula Bharat, which was an online competition. You have to submit design reports, and procurement strategy reports, and everything. And the team stood seventh overall at a very first try in a electric vehicle concept challenge. And we also got the best FMEA report and the best Q&A session. So yeah, in lockdown as well, we have been winning competitions.
Okay, there are a lot of questions about, is it a paid society? So first things first, we're not a society. We're a tech team. Uh, Apart from that, the fact about if it's paid or not. So first of all, I hope you all understand what's the difference between a team and a society. We do not have any membership fees. We do not have any sort of program to teach you guys, or any sort of dedicated people who will take classes for you guys or anything. We work towards a singular competition, and we all work together for it, and we're a team participating in that competition, and you would be working for the competition as well, as a part of the team. So about the paid aspect, uh, the thing is, we run on a very heavy budget, and we try to gain all of the budget through sponsorships and through the funds which college provides us. But of course, if we do feel, do fall short of it and have no sort of ways of getting any discounts, sponsorships, or funds from anywhere else, then we all do have to pitch in and pool in the money ourselves. And of course, if later on we can manage to get the remaining funds through some means, then we equalize the amount. But it's all upon the good corporate department. If you guys can manage to get us the funds we need, then there is no need for any sort of pooling in of money by individual members at all. So I hope that answers that aspect.
Okay, so someone is asking how many teams usually participate in these competitions where you bag 28th rank. Usually the size of competitions which are offline competitions, I mean, which are held in UK and uh, other parts of Europe, is usually 50 to 60. So uh, while the size has been going down lately and the competition to even attend a competition has been getting tough, but for a singular category, there are usually around 60 teams participating. And by category, I mean a combustion category or an electric category or a driverless category and so on. Uh, so that should answer the question.
Also, someone was asking if you can join two departments as well, or if you're not sure about the department, then what to do. So, at the starting, when you'll join the team, You'll be given a department which we think will be good for you. But as long as you work in the team, you will know your interest and what you can work in, which department you can work in. So yeah, then it's changeable. The department is not fixed as soon as you join the team. It might be changed a little later on.
So a lot of questions about can people join two tech teams or can they join multiple departments and all. So in general, the big complete answer to this is no. One department in one particular team is very is a strong investment of your time. You will be pretty much involved if you join a singular department of our team, and you will be given enough work that keeps you pretty much occupied throughout your time here. So joining multiple departments and multiple teams together is something which is practically not possible. So choose your area of focus and work upon that. That would be the ideal way to go about it.
Okay, and someone called Vikas is desperately asking this question: how to prepare for recruitment tests. So, Vikas, if you have a decent aptitude, you won't have to prepare for anything. That said, you might look up some aptitude questions on Google, might help you. So that's it.
And you don't really need to prepare for especially for recruitment test. You all are fresh off from giving JE mains and all the competitive exams. The recruitment test, the aptitude test will be a very simple general aptitude based test and a small simple physics problems which you all will be able to solve quite easily.
And also, yes, the recruitment is open for second years. Though, the technical interviews will be tougher for you than for freshers because we expect you to have a grasp on certain skills, uh, given that you have already spent a year in college. So, yes.
And about driving, yeah, the car is aimed to be driverless, but also that's a separate event. There are also events where the presence of a driver would be necessary, and yes, we do choose people from amongst the team to be the drivers of these cars who have a good understanding of the vehicle, and of course the necessary skills for driving.
And someone is
Also,
asking,
a driving license because the competition requires the team drivers to have a legal driving license on them. So that's also a necessity.
yeah, and someone called Samarth Singh was asking about will this help in building my resume? It'll not just help you in building your resume, it'll boost you because the work that you do in this team is not just some studying and stuff like that. It's actually hands-on physical work, and you just don't work. You're able to see the practical application of the work that you have done throughout the years. So yeah, it's very much a very big boost to your the resume and CV, and it's gonna help you in your masters and further studies as well.
Someone here was asking about the task that corporate department does. So the tasks which associate with the corporate department is simple. That is, you have to bring money. But also, the thing is, finding new relations is the main task, and managing the administrative responsibilities, like the admin building. If you guys, matlab, Abhi, I don't know how many people have visited the college right now, but if you have, must have seen the admin building. This is where the corporate department majorly works.
Yeah, and by saying that you'll have to bring money. We mean you'll have to find sponsors to sponsor our
Yeah, no,
team,
yeah.
and yeah, you'll just have to find sponsors, as many sponsors as you can, personal contacts, whatever you can find.
So everything from the PowerPoint presentation to the brochure to the meeting with the sponsors is handled by the corporate department, and that's how we bring in the money. Apart from that, handling of the entire PR of the team, including newsletters, monthly newsletters, and social media handles, they're also handled by the corporate department. And also, like I mentioned in the starting of the orientation, that apart from the car itself, we also have events like business plan presentation, which is another important event which runs parallel to the car itself. And for that as well, the corporate department also looks into the business plan of the entire team, and we formulate an entire business plan from A to Z, and then we present it to the judges. So that is also a competition that the corporate department overlooks.
Right. And someone was asking that they're interested in motorsports in future, and companies do notice FS teams. So, can it help you work in future? Well, not necessarily, because this is, it may have a look of it, but this is strictly not motorsports. This is an engineering design competition that we attend, and it's not motorsports. There is no wheel-to-wheel racing, and or any kind of competition which involves racing another team real time per se. So yes, this is not motorsports, but that said, you do inculcate enough skills to know in depth what the car is really all about. So yes, if you are willing to work in an automotive sector, be it commercial, be it a motorsport automotive sector, it will help you gain the skills and perhaps build some contacts. Yes.
Yes, Formula student is just a small stepping stone. Definitely not a direct bridge to a career in motorsports, but of course, if you look at the profile of many of the engineers who are working in top teams today, be it Ferrari engineers or Mercedes engineers, many of them actually do happen to come from Formula student backgrounds. And it is the kind of motivation and the kind of experience sort of drive towards motorsports that they gain here, which is more important than the actual technical skill set itself. So, yeah.
Also, Yugang Gupta, yes, you'll have to, learn the software yourself, but you'll have your seniors to guide you throughout the process. But at the end, it's going to be you who have to put in the work and learn it. We'll be there to guide you and throughout the process and make you, reach your goal.
And a branch is not necessary to join any department. You can be in any branch in the college and work in any department of your choice in the team. All we ask of you is to just be up to date with the material and the tasks that we give you. That's all.
Yeah, and someone's asking Defiance versus SMB versus Baha, which is better. We'll leave that for you to decide. I hope you have, attended their orientations as well, seen our work. You have to be the judge of it. We can't. Thanks. Okay, and someone's asking the main roles of the chassis department. So I'll quickly go through it again. So the as explained earlier in the session, the chassis is essentially the skeleton of the car. So it holds on to every single component, be it a wheel assembly, the tires, or the battery pack, the motor, every single thing is held onto by the chassis. So yes, you have to take every single thing which goes into the car into account and build a space frame structure which holds it all together. That's the simplest definition I can offer. Yep.
And yeah, the team is completely student run. We have a faculty advisor, but all the work done in the team is done by students only.
And there's no limit to the number of recruits that we are taking at this time. That's pretty much open to the response we get from you guys and the performance you guys put in.
And about the fun events, I mean, when it was offline, we did go for go karting every now and then, and yeah, we did have many of informal sort of occasions, team night outs and everything when we had offline access. Now, obviously, it's a bit more difficult to do anything of this sort, but I mean, if you guys, as members of the team, are up for playing Pictionary or Among Us, well, then we're all up. These sort of fun events do happen. After all, we're part of a team, so yeah, we do bond with each other.
And yes, someone was asking if we don't you don't get a hostel and then what to do if you have to work at night. So yeah, many of us who are currently the part of team have spent the whole night in the workshop working or just sleeping there or doing some fun activities. So yeah, that is pretty much open to you. Anyone can spend the night at workshop for work and sometimes for sleeping as well. We have all done that. You can do that too.
But that said, in the online environment, that's not a very important criteria as of now. But as things start opening up, yeah, we do require you to be, in a around the college and have a ready access to the workshop, because then you can be called in at any time to cater to some work. So you have to be readily available in the online environment. But right now, it's okay. It's fine if you don't live in Delhi or India for that matter. Okay, someone's asking if competition and work collide with college work. Yes, they do. You have to manage your classes alongside the teamwork. And when it's competition time, obviously the teamwork increases many folds. So, yes, you have to cater that into your schedule as well. I mean, you have to have a time management which is efficient enough to uh, make you carry through it.
Right. That said, like we obviously break off during exams because even we realize that CGPA is important, and we obviously encourage you all to take your exams, college exams seriously as well. But apart from that, the teamwork is pretty intensive. I think we can take a couple of two, three more questions if there are any. And
Yeah, and then we should be done. Um, mm, I don't see any new questions now. Just let's just wait for a couple of minutes and then we'll call it off. Okay, so there's silence. All right, so if you have any more questions uh, which you couldn't ask here, make sure to post them on the group. We'll try our best to answer them. And okay, just one last question. How strong are the alumni network? Where are all they? Ayush, would you like to answer that?
sure, so yeah, we've been alive since 2003, and our alumni, currently many of them, like many of the people after graduating from the team, it's not necessary that they only take upon technical profiles. Many of them go into the business, MBA, corporate side of it as well. So with people who are working in various successful automotive companies, with people working in BMW, with people working in Castrol, we have people working in Continental, to name a few. We also have others who undertook PhD sort of roles and are currently in some of the top leading universities in the world. Like they're everywhere. I know when I went to Michigan, Carnegie Mellon, Chalmers, etc. Just to name a few, Delft, and many more. So that's that. And many of our alumni have also managed to gain top executive positions in corporate sort of companies. So that's that as well. We have a very strong alumni network. We're all connected with them even today and have regular sessions and meetups with them. So yeah, like if you guys join the team, this is something you should explore on your own to interact with the various alumni that we have.
Right. So that was the last question for this session. And with this, we'd like to conclude. So thank you all for coming. We hope you enjoyed the session. And we hope to see you in the test and in further interviews very, very soon. Cool. See ya.
Once
Peace.
again, the test is on 24th December, 6 p.m. So, yeah. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.